This video is made for entertainment purposes only. Please invest your own money at your own risk. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence and research, as I will do mine. This video is not financial advice. What is up, everyone? This is Safe Investor AG, H% Plus Warrior. We're going to get right to this video. And the video I like to refer to is from none other than Altcoin Daily. What Jamie Diamon, the CEO of Chase, said about Bitcoin, and honestly, it's a little bit irresponsible of him and backwards, but at the same time, I understand what he's saying it because he has much to gain from this. Now, let's find out what he said right now.
Yeah, but gold's limited in supply, and it's been used. So you think so, huh?
I do.
I think there's a good chance that when we get to that 20 million bitcoins,
they go to 42.
No, that Satoshi's going to come on there, laugh hysterically, go quiet, all Bitcoin's going to be erased.
Billionaire Jamie Diamon just gave his final prediction on Bitcoin.
Did you guys hear that? How ridiculous is this sounding right now? All right, let's continue.
This is the last time I've ever stated my opinion.
The reality of how he sees crypto evolving.
If you can't solve the bad use cases, the government's probably going to have to close it down.
And stick around to the end
Oh
of today's
my gosh,
video.
this
I want
guy.
to share this with you because this is info that Jamie Diamon does not want you to see.
I think it's a mistake to assume that everything's hunky-dory.
The CEO was first asked about the stock market. Like we saw in 2023, will 2024 continue to go up?
I think it's a mistake to assume that everything's hunky-dory. And, and when stock markets are up, it's kind of like this little drug we all feel. Like, it's just great, But remember, we've had so much fiscal and monetary stimulation, so I'm a little more on the cautious side, that we are facing a lot of things in 24 or 25. And we mentioned Ukraine, the terrorist activity in Israel, the Red Sea, quantitative tightening, which I still question if we understand exactly how that works. I don't think we do. How QE actually worked, what the effect of negative, zero rates was for all this time, and obviously the politics, and then the Ukrainian war is affecting oil, gas, food, migration. So you have all these very powerful forces that are going to be affecting us in 24 and 25.
Now, typically markets do well in election years, especially when the incumbent wants to remain in power. Jamie is still cautious, but then because of these 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs that are now trading, Jamie was asked, have you updated your opinion?
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This ETF was approved
Yeah.
just about a week ago now,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people are trying to understand what it ultimately means.
Yeah.
JP Morgan, I imagine if you were a client of JP Morgan, you could call your broker and say, get me some of this ETF.
So you can see
Sorry about this.
It's going through the machine, and then right here they're putting the label.
What are you telling your brokers to tell them back when they make that call?
Yeah, so this is an important thing. This is the last time I've ever talked about this in CNBC, okay? So help me God. Blockchain is real. It's a technology. We use it. It's going to move money. It's going to move data. It's efficient. We've been talking about that for 12 years, too, and it's very small, okay? So I think we've wasted too many words in that.
Okay, remember what he just said. Oh my goodness, remember what he just said. Now, I want you to read this tweet from Watcher Guru. This was in 2017. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink calls Bitcoin an index of money laundering. They were just smashing and bashing Bitcoin. Okay. Fink's comment came right after JP Morgan CEO Jamie Diamon called people who own the cryptocurrency stupid. Scoot forward to 2024, all right, 7 years later. BlackRock's Larry Fink says Bitcoin ETFs are just the first steps in the technological evolution of finance. Now, these are strategy. You need to read between the line, read the room, okay? Obviously, they were talking it down back here. You have to look back at the prices back then, okay? In 2017, we were talking about Bitcoin around 8,000. Even before that, 2,000. 5,000, okay? All right? So you know what they were doing. They were smack talking it back here just like Jim Cramer, and they were accumulating, Read between the lines, guys. You gotta catch up a lot. Let's continue.
Cryptocurrencies, there are two types. There's a cryptocurrency which might actually do something. Think if a cryptocurrency has an embedded smart contract in it, and then we can use it to buy and sell real estate and move data. That may have value.
The idea of tokenizing.
Tokenizing things that you do something with. And then there's one which does nothing. I call it the pet rock, the Bitcoin or something like that. And so on the Bitcoin, there's, first of all, and I'm not trying to make a joke here. There are use cases, AML, fraud, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, trafficking. Those are real use cases, and you see it being used for hundreds, maybe 50, $100 billion a year for that. That is the end use case. Everything else is people train among themselves. So
Speculate.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, my last statement. The last time I ever talk about Bitcoin is I defend your right to do Bitcoin. I think, it's okay. I don't want to tell you what to do. So my personal advice would be don't get involved.
Yet, personally and professionally, JP Morgan is involved. BlackRock names JP Morgan as their lead
They're involved. They're involved. Oh my goodness.
authorized participant for the spot Bitcoin ETF, meaning that he'll accelerate Bitcoin's adoption through being an AP for BlackRock. And also JP Morgan is using Ethereum as JP Morgan's JPM coin. It's $1 billion in daily transactions. This is on Quorum, their private Ethereum-based blockchain, meaning pay attention to what they do, not just what they say.
What do you make of BlackRock? What do you make of the other firms, the BlackRocks of the world that obviously, and Larry Fink changed his view of this, obviously.
Yeah.
And maybe he changed his view because you think he genuinely believes in Bitcoin, or believes it because he thinks that there's a marketplace for it and he wants to be part of that market.
Looks
But
nervous.
What do you think of there's about a dozen big financial companies.
Like he's trying not to
Fidelity,
spill the
Liberty.
beans.
Number one, I don't care. So just please stop talking about this. And I don't know what he would say about blockchain versus currencies that do something versus Bitcoin that does nothing. It may be not different than me. But, this is what makes a market. People have opinions. This is the last time I've ever stated my opinion.
And then look at this. This is great pushback from CNBC host Joe Kernan.
Gold really didn't do anything either.
Yeah, but gold's limited in supply.
So is Bitcoin.
And it's been used. So you think so, huh?
I do.
I think there's a good chance that when we get to that 20 million Bitcoins.
They go to 42.
No, that's
Listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, this is so ridiculous.
Tashi's going to come on there, laugh hysterically, go quiet, all Bitcoin's going to be erased.
How insane does that
Yeah,
sound?
my agency was a boy. I mean, we were seeing each other for a while, but their reporting wasn't great.
I think, man.
How the hell do you know it's going to stop at 21? I've never met one person who told me they know for a fact they take that as...
Mathematically, it can't happen because by the last one will be mined in 2150, and it gets harder and harder every time there's another halving. But Jamie, looking back
you
over,
guys do what you want, I'll do what I want.
So, just listen to him. Oh, man, I'm sorry if it wasn't because I'm in a professional scenario right now here on my job, I would be laughing right now. Jamie Diamon's response. He's backed into a corner. He has to watch what he says because he knows exactly what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is.
as for gold, you can the 6 characteristics that make gold valuable for 4,000 years. They're all present in Bitcoin. That's all I'll say. And I love you, and I don't want to. And I also don't want to be a.
Joe, you may be right.
Yeah.
I don't know gold either.
Now, obviously, Jamie loses credibility when he says something like one day Satoshi will come back and print more Bitcoin. Bro,
How
it's 5
insane is
lines
that?
of code, and not even Satoshi can force us to change it. Meaning, if you use a bank, a centralized third party, you have to trust people. Bitcoin is trustless. It's open public code for all to see, for all to pick apart. And what Jamie doesn't realize is that governments aren't banning it. Governments are approving it. They're holding it. They want to make money off it.
I think there's another risk.
Yep. And like I said many times before, governments are accumulating it. One of them is Nayib Bukele, okay? He announced a country-level dollar cost averaging DCA plan promising to buy 1 Bitcoin every day. At the time the country based a public statement from Bukele, I was already the owner of 2,381 bitcoins purchased at an average price of roughly 44,300. Okay, this was on the downtrend. He kept buying the dip. He kept buying the dip. So, good job, Bukele. Anyways, let's continue.
To Bitcoin. If you can't solve the bad use cases, the government's probably going to have to close it down.
Shut up,
So
bro.
The thing about the money laundering, you can like, here's the number was 20,000, I think, for U.S. dollars in money laundering, and it was 35 for how much is done with Bitcoin. So at this point, the dominant.
Ooh. Every single argument keeps getting shut down.
I know, but the
30
dominant,
things you know about.
historically, the dominant currency for money laundering has been
I
US
understand.
Okay.
Quickly, commercial real estate.
And this is even bigger. Howard Lutnick, billionaire, CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, insisted on talking about crypto. Click subscribe if you appreciate these updates.
And we should talk a little bit about crypto, too, before we finish.
Oh, well, let's squeeze it in. What would you like to say?
So, remember when gold ETFs started? They were very exciting in '04, and it kind of stayed steady. There was all this hype that everyone's going to buy gold, and oh, come on. So I think Bitcoin ran up. It's kind of going to stay steady. But when the halving comes, it's going to start to rally and grow. So Bitcoin, I think, will grow. And there's a company that I like called Tether. It's a stable coin. And, you know, I manage...
Nope. My opinion, I'm staying away from Tether. I'd rather do USDC, stablecoin. Tether, it's a big no-no to me. Crypto, CoffeeZilla exposed him. He did 2 or 3 series on them. No. He was completely right.
Many of their assets. And the Tether Holdings is the name of the group. And the group, I want to say it here with you, from what we've seen, and we did a lot of work, they have the money they say they had. In the last attestation, they said...
Nope, they don't. CoffeeZilla exposed them. And I stand behind CoffeeZilla. They don't have it.
They had 86 billion of assets and 83 billion of liabilities. And I've seen a whole lot, and the firm has seen a whole lot, and they have the money. And so there's always been a lot of talk. Do they have it or not? So I'm with you guys saying we've seen it and they have it.
Wow.
Nope.
Backing Tether and clearing up the FUD, saying the almost $1 trillion in market cap that Tether has printed, it's backed up, it's all there. And in altcoin news, Hello Labs unveils their distribution strategy for Killer Whale series. As you know, it's like a Shark Tank, but for Web3 projects. Here's me. And you can watch this
That's crazy.
on Hello Labs' newly introduced streaming platform, Hello TV, where starting from February 8th this year, viewers will have the exclusive opportunity to purchase each episode using the Hello token. The series will run for 5 consecutive weeks, with a new episode premiering each week. So that's the Web3 distribution release. And then following the Web 3.0 premiere, Killer Whales will then make a splash across mainstream streaming platforms from March 14th of this year. So watch it first through Web3, or it'll come out on more traditional streaming platforms in March. And also, Hello Labs plans to adorn...
Okay, so that's it. I'm going to leave the link down below so you guys can watch it. And let me know what you guys think. So obviously, they're pulling your legs, guys. Just like they're pulling the good old-fashioned Jim Cramer. You know, they say one thing, they do the opposite. So which is why you got to not just watch what they say, but also what they do. It's very important. And I'm letting you guys know right now, Bitcoin right now, it's a financial institutional coin. It's no longer a retail holder's coin unless you bought back in 2010, 2013, or 2014. It is no longer a retail investor's token, not even Ethereum. Okay, right now the ones that I'm vouching for, y'all know my big bags that I'm holding, and these are the ones, the utility tokens that I'm vouching for. Obviously, I'm all about small caps because those are the next Bitcoins. And if you want, I'm just gonna leave it at that, guys. Thank you guys for watching. The Chase CEO, the Chase Bank CEO, knows exactly what he's doing. Please don't ever think he's uneducated, an ignorant, or an idiot. He is not an idiot. He hangs out, okay, with the big boys, with BlackRock. All right, he's not. He knows exactly what he's saying and doing. He was frustrated in this video because he got called out exactly as they should, but yeah, comment down below. What do you guys think? In my next video, I will go over each of these projects that you see right here: Da Vinci, H Suite, Head Starter, Gilmore Estates, Citadel Wallet. This one's my favorite NFT. Project Centex Jam. Let's go. All right, and there's some good old Bitcoin. If you ever want to play it safe, obviously get some HBAR. That's the Bitcoin of Hedera ecosystem. That one will explode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. This is not financial advice. This video is meant for entertainment purposes only. Please invest your money at your own risk. And have a great day. Most of all, stay saucy.